how games like this are played. Both young.
Yeah, only a year age, but Moldes has the height and reach advantage. And I would say Moldes looks a little bit bigger.
Yeah, he had a bit more weight.
And introducing first the man fighting out of the blue corner. He is 28 years old. He stands at 182 centimeters tall. He has a professional record of 1 win, 0 losses. Hailing from Dagestan, representing KKS Sparta, Islam Gaydarov. And introducing next his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is 24 years old. He stands at 187 centimeters tall. He has a professional record of 3 wins, 1 loss. Hailing from both Spain and the Netherlands, representing Sport Academy Schreiber, David Casal Moldes. And the referee for this bout will be Mr. Daniel Sharifi.
Gentlemen, you know the rules. Fight hard, fight clearly. Listen to my comments all the time. Protect yourself all the time. Any questions? Touch gloves, step back.
Respectful glove touch, and we're here for the 5th fight of LFL21, a welterweight bout. Nice kick from Gaydarov to set things off.
You pointed out, we saw there's a slight height advantage and a noticeable reach advantage. But the amount of weight you can cut to make the weigh-in day weight, and sort of corresponds to how much weight you can gain back and how big you can be on fight day. And David looks a little bit bigger.
A pair of them just testing each other at the minute, finding the range, seeing the reaction points of the other fighter. Straight down.
Stefan talked about outside being, outside a kicking range, which is where they were. And the moment you gain an advantage, just the good fortune of a guy losing his footing, you immediately close and get on top. And Casal Moldes is going to be really grateful for that turn of events.
Yeah, 4 minutes of a round left to go. You just get to work your top game.
You get a freebie to get on top.
Yeah.
You don't get too many freebies in life and fighting.
Gaydarov looking for a little sweep there, but just didn't really have anything. Moldes' guard, too good.
And when you do get one of these freebies, you don't want to get overexcited, and you don't want to be overly disappointed if you don't make the most of it. You just want to settle into it, take what's there, and do the work. Chop wood, carry water, right here.
And again, time, 3.5 minutes still. You'd ideally want to start moving out of this, because I guess Gaydarov is looking up at the referee. His goal here is probably just to try and keep this.
Well, he's got double overhooks, right? So his arms are over top and his hands are joined. That's a purposeful thing to shut down Casal Moldes' ability to do any striking. If you shut it down long enough, the ref will stand you up, and I think he's gonna.
Could be, see whether Moldes can free his arms. Obviously moved.
More action, guys.
Yeah, more action there from.
He's gonna free it soon, because Islam has his right hand into the tricep area, but he's gonna lose that left hand soon. There, he's lost it now. He needed the ref to stand him up before this sequence, and sadly for him, that did not happen. So and good for David, he was able to free his hand before the stand-up occurred, so he's going to be able to do some real damage here.
Yeah, can get to work, and again, it happened so early. You've still got almost half the round left to go, and Moldes has got that single. Yeah, looks like he's in half guard, which is a great position for striking.
The problem with the strategy that Islam was just using of, I'll get a stand-up if I do X, Y, and Z, is it relies on things you cannot control, like the referee. You don't want to rely on things outside of your control. And that's true in life. Control what you can control.
And Moldes just dirty fighting here, just nasty little shots, just really stopping Islam from putting anything together, and just chipping away, shots, discomfort, pain, just trying to force Gaydarov into positions and decisions he doesn't want to make. And nasty little elbows coming in from Moldes.
And slicers too, just glancing ones. So those are the ones that sever the skin, cut you open.
And deeply uncomfortable when you just have someone with good pressure on top of you in a situation like this, your body contorted.
And you know, by definition, what's happening here is physical dominance. One man using his body to dominate the body of another. That's very discouraging. It's extremely discouraging when you're underneath somebody for 4 minutes trying your best and there's nothing you can do.
And this all came from one little slip.
One mistake. Yep.
And that's nice work from Islam there to move back to his feet.
Yeah, but he's right back down. So you do all that. Speaking of discouragement, you do all that work and you end up in a worse position than when you started. With pressure, that shoulder pressure, David's using his left shoulder to drive the chin. You can't turn away. Now he turned. But at the time that the chin is there, you have to free the chin before you can turn. I was using his rib to do it.
Strong side control, Moldes looking like he's trying to sneak that knee over to guard, but Gaydarov smart to it.
So that's a winning round for Casal Moldes, no question about it. But it's also a fatiguing round for Gaydarov, and we don't know what damage has been done as well.
Yeah, both the damage physically and mentally as well. When that happens and you've just been unable to get out of the situation, it's a tough one for him.
Yeah, and when you're a young man that hasn't experienced that much, you do experience it in the gym. There are some people who keep you in that position, so you have to draw from that experience, because I'm sure he hasn't experienced it in a fight. He's been very successful in his combat career, this young man. So you want to draw on the experience that you've had that before, and that it doesn't have to mean anything in this round.
That's what you want. That's what we're going to hope for with the mental side. Past is past.
Yeah, and you know, a simple time that we hear this and we can all kind of relate to it is a goaltender who lets in a goal, right? That happened. It's irrelevant now. It'll be relevant that it happened later when people put the scores together, but right now, for your purposes as a goaltender, it doesn't mean anything. We are back to the situation we were in before, which is don't let him score.
Fight.
And this man's back to the situation he was in before, which is punch his face and move your feet. Same start like round one.
It's a simple sport when you break it down like that.
Yeah, punch his face and move your feet. Islam Gaydarov, that's the plan. There's try in step one, punch face.
Gaydarov now got some time to work. This should be his area, the boxing. He likes that brawling, intense atmosphere, and it's whether he can draw Moldes into that.
Smart. So, and Stefan gave us an inkling of the plan. At distance, outside of the fist range, kick the leg. Kick the leg, move the feet. Gaydarov moving in a bit. Now behind, punch face, move feet.
And that's exactly what he was doing. And those shots made a meaty thud.
Yeah.
There's some force behind Gaydarov's shots.
Punch face, move feet, punch face, move feet. And there he did exactly what he wants, and David punches back. And you know, sometimes it is that simple. Fighting is complicated. So is gardening, so is baking. You know, these are complicated things, but sometimes they're also simple. Put some sugar in the coffee. Water the plant, right? Like they can be simple and complicated at the same time. But the more simple you can make it, sometimes the better. For David Casal Moldes, simply wants to kick at this distance, and when his man moves forward, meet him chest to chest or chest to hip or chest to thigh. Watch. So David's kicking. He's going to force Islam to move forward. At just the right time, when Islam moves forward, David will move forward and grab him. There, now that's the time.
Lovely takedown, beautifully timed.
And that's how you play the game. And it's a tough game to play when David can hurt your calf outside, and you can't stay there, or you'll stop being able to walk. So you must move forward, and when you do move forward, so does he, and then he puts you on your ass.
Gorgeous level change, so fast. Gaydarov managed to get a single leg in, so it's half guard. And again, looks like he's looking for that, just hold Moldes and hope the referee stands them up. It's not been too active. But Moldes has that strong cross-face grip across.
That's so you put your palm on the ground and you drive your shoulder.
Stop! Stop!
Oh! Unbelievable. We didn't see that from this side. Must have been a head and arm choke.
Well, there is a Von Flue choke where you're choking using your shoulder. Well, take a look. Maybe something else. We were so distracted by the left shoulder onto the jaw, turning the face, turning the spine. There may have been an additional thing happening. We'll get another look at it before we get a chance to go congratulate him. He's going to be happy about that.
Of course, just a professional job there by Moldes. And it looks like Gaydarov just left the cage immediately.
It's difficult when you're young and you're a winner, and then you get schooled like that by a big, strong, powerful guy who little brothers you all night. Okay, there it is. So presumably there's a Von Flue choke, which is your shoulder, but often you have to be holding on to something. Or a jaw crank? Yeah, no, it's a choke. It's a choke on a downward angle.
Yeah, it's a little bit like a head and arm there. Does he get the hook underneath?
Where's his hand? No. So from here, oh, foot. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
So he's attacking using the foot here to damage the ligaments, maybe? Nope.
No, but then lets the foot go.
That was for the direct. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask him. Maybe I'll get him to take me down on the mat and show me. Actually, we got Stefan here.
Yeah, Stefan will be back in a minute. This is never quite seen a finish.
So
exactly.
Von Flue went angled down towards the ground. Stefan, they're gonna announce him in just a second, but was it a modified Von Flue choke? What are we looking
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'll tell you guys in a bit.
Your winner due to tap out in the red corner, David Casal Moldes.
David Casal Moldes. Congratulations, sir. Come down here a second. Show me what was going on right there. What kind of choke were we looking at? Your shoulder was driving into his jaw from an upward angle?
Yeah, it was just shoulder pressure, just basic grappling stuff. And I was kind of surprised he tapped, but you know, a win is a win, and it doesn't matter how you do it, when you do it.
True. So either the pressure on the jaw and the spine, or the blood ends up getting cut off from the angle of the shoulder, but for some reason, that shoulder pressure and the way you had his foot angled, the way you had his body angled was enough to finish the fight.
Yeah, I practice this in the training room every day. And, you know, no offense to my opponent, but this is kind of beginner's kind of stuff. When you tap to that says something about you. Need to work on your ground game. But I'm happy I got the win.
You looked, and it must have felt extremely dominant whenever you were on top of this man, yes?
Well, yeah, as I said, I don't think he has a lot of experience on the ground. So, well, I train every day, and I try to keep it to the ground as well. So I'm just very happy with this win, man. On to the next.
On to the next, indeed. Will we see you back here at LFL, maybe in April in Belgium?
We got an event in April, of course, in Belgium. I'd like to be there. Great.
Congratulations, David Casal Moldes.
Great performance there from Casal Moldes. Yeah, Robin and I were a little bit confused about what this was, but
I was too.
But Moldes did, break down a little bit of what happened, that it was basically a shoulder pressure. For a second, we thought it might be like a head and arm choke because you couldn't see the arm underneath, but It looks like you just tripods and...
Yeah, like this is basics. I've been doing this with David since he was 15 years old. You should have asked him how many times he was underneath me in this position. But we use this to pass the half guard, right? You open your guard and then you pass, and once you pass, you're in full mount. That's the goal. That's the goal you want with the pressure. We want space. We want to pass. And once you're in full mount, the pressure is gone, and we're going to rain down blows or set up an arm triangle or whatever. But you very rarely tap someone with this. But
if they won't let you pass,
moving on to the next fight of the evening, which will be a welterweight bout
allow
for
the pass
3
or you
rounds.
break.
yeah.